Hello, everybody. I hope you're all well today. So, I promised that I would talk to you about all my worries today. As you know, these videos have become something of a therapy session for me. But whilst I have been mainly focused on the challenges to retail and everything we've been facing on the demand side, I wanted to give you a bit of a rundown of all the areas where this global crisis is having an impact on the supply side. It seems almost funny. I mean, it's not to think how in February we thought this would be contained to China and just affect production there. Even then, it was very apparent most of the trims, many of the raw materials and fabric used in garment manufacture were sourced in China. So garment manufacturers all over the world were immediately impacted by the shutdown there. But since then, as we know, it's affected nearly every part of the world. And when you think that the global garment sector is a $2.5 trillion industry, the reverberations of shutdowns and the huge fall in demand are going to be significant. Whilst we don't work with a large number of factories, we manufacture in several countries around the world. All of them have experienced some length of shutdown, with some still not back to 100% production capacity due to the distancing requirements that they've got. Global shipping is in quite a bit of disarray. Some ships are stranded in various parts of the world due to travel restrictions. The sailors have exceeded the 11-month maximum that they're allowed to be at sea. There's a huge decline in demand, causing there to be, lots of small container lines that are at risk of not surviving. And then there's the increase of slow steaming, which is reducing costs by going slower. Air transport logistics capacity has fallen to dramatically low levels, as you would imagine, because of the lack of passenger flights, which is how goods cargo gets transported by air. And the availability that there is remains the preserve of essential supplies. And then once the goods get to the UK, the distributors amongst us, like us, we've got a build-up of stocks that have not shipped and will be needing to leave just at the point the delayed goods start to come in. So there will be some tricky bottlenecks caused. And then UK logistics networks have been put under unprecedented pressure from the increase in online shopping during this period, a trend which will continue. And our carrier is not alone in having had difficulties with the volumes. And on some days, they were more than 40% increase on the highest day before Christmas last year. So finding drivers in local delivery networks has been a challenge in some areas, and parcels are then bottlenecking at delivery depots. So without wishing to offload all of this onto you, I know you've got your own stuff to deal with at the moment, but I thought it would be helpful for you to know some of the pressures that are on the supply chain. So this is the first time in my working life that I've been aware of such pressures on both supply and demand. But the show goes on. And in spite of schools in England now looking at a more flexible return over this summer term, and in spite of some adopting temporary relaxations of uniform, we will return. We will handle the difficulties we face, and we will work together to keep our businesses agile and strong together. So on that note, I'm hoping you can help me. For those of you who have been getting retail ready in your shops, I'd love it if you could take a quick photo of how it's all looking, ideally with you and or team members included in the photo, and email it to me so I can share it on Friday ahead of Monday's reopening of shops in England. I think that wherever we are, we all want to see the different ways we can adapt in the face of change and keep on keeping on. You can also, just because I know everyone's going to be getting much busier now, you can subscribe to these videos by clicking on the subscribe button in YouTube. And I don't see who has, that's completely anonymous. And it just means that when you're busy, you'll get notified of new videos as we post them, rather than having to sift through your emails to find these scintillating bits of video. But just before I go, please don't be alarmed by my earlier list of worries. I've now got them off my chest. I'm feeling much lighter already. But we've got a great team here, and everyone is working really hard to mitigate the issues that we're facing on the supply side. So have a good week, everyone. I'll speak to you on Friday, and don't forget to send me your photos. Speak to you soon. Bye.